Good morning. Come on, guys and girls. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Glad that you're here with us on this Thursday. My name is Staff Sergeant James Gaverlo. I'm a member of R2IT. R2IT stands for Relevant Realistic Interactive Training. And before I go any further, I just want to take care of a few points of business. Cell phones. All right, everyone get them out. Let's make sure that we have them on silent or turned off, just out of consideration for the people that are going to be up here, but more so for you guys so that you can pay attention to the training that we're about to give. And then also, you'll see that I have a mic in my hand. There's cameras. None of this is going on CNN or Army Times or anything like that. This is just a training aid for us so that we can develop a better product and then ultimately give better training. And you will not hear any, there's no speakers set up, so you're not going to hear anything out of these mics. So relevant, realistic, interactive training. What does that mean? Well, typically, you would go and see a show or a movie or some kind of training, and then that might be it. A couple slides, and then you're done for the day. You sign your name, and that's it. Today, you're going to witness a scene. And the name of the scene is called Battle Buddy. And you'll notice on the end how I raised the inflection. So it's Battle Buddy with a question mark. And you're going to meet 4 characters. Those characters are Ryan, Amber, Steve, and Danielle. Now, what's different is typically after you do the training, that's it. You watch the show, you watch whatever. You talk about it maybe for a little bit, and then you're done. We're going to bring the characters back up after you have seen the scene, and you're going to have an opportunity to interact with them. Now, what do you mean interact with them? I mean that you're going to have the chance to ask the characters questions. They're still going to be in role, and so you might want to ask them questions like, well, why did you do that? Or what were you thinking when this happened? So as you watch the scene unfold, take notes of questions that you might have for the characters, and we're going to have opportunity to ask them later on. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to have a conversation. We're going to have a conversation about the training topic that we're here today for, and that is sexual assault. Unfortunately, statistics say that someone in this audience has been affected by sexual assault. So if we're going to have a conversation, we need to set some ground rules so we can have a good, mediated, healthy discussion. Now, what are those ground rules? The first one is respect. Respect yourself and respect others. Now, what do I mean by respect yourself? Everyone in here has a valuable opinion. We want to hear it. Other people in the audience want to hear it too. So respect yourself enough to stand up and let your opinion be heard. And in the same fashion as you would like to stand up and be able to share your opinion, allow others to do so as well. So respect others. That leads right into benefit of the doubt. We all come from different places, different backgrounds. We were raised differently. So someone might say something that you don't like. Someone might say something that you really don't like. Give them the benefit of the doubt that at that particular time that they're doing their best to get their point across without being negative. So let's give everyone the benefit of the doubt during this training. Speak from your own experience. Sometimes as soldiers, we tend to generalize. We say, well, I know soldiers from this unit do it this way, or I'm from this unit and we all do it this way. If you have a comment, an opinion, a question, anything, speak from your own experience. Say, I have witnessed this, or I have seen this to be true. So let's get away from generalizations and speak from your own experience. And the last one is self-care. I talked about what we're going to be training today about, and that's sexual assault. So we're gonna have a scene. You might see something during the question and answer period. You might hear something during the conversation. Something might be said that would trigger you, that would make you upset. If that's the case, all we're asking for you to do is practice self-care. Go ahead, step up and step out. And we have several SMEs that are in the audience right now. They may go and check on you just to make sure that you're okay. And I'd like at this time for those SMEs to identify themselves, please. I knew there was more than one. Okay. So again, practice self-care. Step up, step out, and let them go ahead and talk to you. All right, so I said that this was interactive, right? Which means what? We gotta interact, right? So you guys ready to do that? You guys ready to interact with me? Cool. All right. So everyone, on your feet, step up. All right. This is going to be tricky. Normally, I have use of both hands, but we're going to go ahead and play the world famous thumb game. Have you guys heard of this? Some people, yes, maybe, if you've attended training before. All right, so what I need for you to do is take your left hand, make a palm, face it towards the sky, kind of put it out to your side, like this. Take your other hand, make a thumb, turn it upside down. So your thumb should be next to someone's palm, and your palm should have someone's thumb in it. If it is not the case, go ahead and do so now. Make sure that your thumb is in your neighbor's palm, and that you have your neighbor's thumb in your palm. All right, now the trick is to lift up your thumb without it being caught, but then also to grab your neighbor's thumb at the same time. So how quick are you? We're gonna. Whoa! Oh, we got. Wait. And the next part of it is that you have to wait for me on the count of 3. And unfortunately, I'm a very bad counter. So you guys just gotta be ready. So everyone ready to do this? Okay. So lift up the thumb without being caught, and then get your neighbor's thumb. All right. Let's go. 1, 3. All right, that was good. I'm sorry, I forgot the number 2. Go ahead and reset. We're not done yet. That was just to get warmed up. I'm gonna do better this time. I'm gonna remember 2. 1, 2, 3. You gotta wait for 3. I always got people that jump. All right, now it's time to go the other way. You just got your thumb yanked a couple times. It's time to get your neighbor back. It's time for payback. So if you had a thumb, turn it into a palm. If you had a palm, turn it into a thumb. It's time to get your neighbor back. All right, it's payback. There we go. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right. Last time. Everyone reset. Thursday. It is 10:15. R2IT training. You're going to be back in your unit. You're going to say, I won the thumb game. This is for bragging rights. This is for all the marbles. Everyone ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. You guys are ready. Go ahead and have a seat. I should have put out a safety brief before we did that game. Someone got hurt up here. We had a training accident. Once again, you're going to meet 4 characters. The name of those characters are Ryan, Amber, Steve, and Danielle. And the name of the scene is Battle Buddy.
Nice party, Steve. How'd you pull this off?
Too easy. Look who you talking to.
Yeah, what was I thinking?
No, seriously. Last night, I took the best shower ever.
Oh, no kidding. What was it, 2 weeks we were out there, man?
Another drink?
Hey, man, work hard,
Play harder. So, what do you want?
Give me some Crown, man.
May I join you?
I would be insulted if you didn't.
All right. Yeah. Now, here's to...
Oh, hold up. Take these, man. It's on.
Oh, I hear that.
Yeah.
Here is to the end of Louisiana Swamp Ass.
Here.
You want a drink?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Sure, I have one. I'm just not a big drinker.
You're fine. What do you want?
Something girly?
How about a vodka cranberry?
Vodka?
The cranberry takes the edge off. Here. The next one makes the burn go down.
Next one?
Don't worry, I got you.
And whose house is this again?
I told you, Steve.
Wait, is that Steve? Steve? The guy you told me about?
Yeah.
What happened there again?
Well, had just broken up with my boyfriend.
And?
And he was going through something. I don't remember what.
And?
It wasn't the worst night I ever had.
You're funny. And where's he?
Actually, he's right over there.
Not bad.
Who is that?
Isn't that, Amber, the new girl?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Man, she looked different in the field.
You think?
Dude, she is fine.
Yeah, she can get it. She can get it.
Do you have a ring?
Isn't that Danielle she's with?
Why, yes, it is.
Didn't you hook up with her?
Why, yes, I did. Why, hello.
What's up, Steve? Thanks for having us over.
Of course. Mi casa, su casa. Hug it out.
Hey, Danielle.
Hey, Ryan. How you been?
All right. Just glad to be back.
Roger that. Have you guys met Amber? She got here a few weeks before the FTX.
Maybe. Hey, I'm Ryan. Didn't we see each other during the battalion run a few weeks ago?
Yeah, but then you fell behind.
Damn!
Anyhow, it's good to see you again.
And this is Steve.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Me too. Danielle has told me a little bit about you.
Oh, has she? Danielle, I believe we have some catching up to do.
Oh, do we?
Yes, we do. You all please excuse us, and of course, help yourself to whatever you want.
Watch out, Amber. This one's a charmer.
So, you want another drink?
I guess.
What were you drinking?
It was vodka cranberry, but
Hey, no, coming right up. So, where are you from?
I'm from LA.
Oh, isn't Danielle from California too?
Yeah, but she's from San Diego. And you?
Oh, I'm from Jacksonville.
Cool.
Yeah, so what do you think of our lovely unit?
Pretty good. The last couple of weeks were rough.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is embrace the suck.
Exactly. If I have to eat another MRE,
Don't, please don't. My system's still recovering. So, you know many folks in the unit yet?
a few, but
Yeah, well, I mean, it takes a little bit of time. You'll get there. But I'm really glad you came out tonight.
me too.
So, Danielle, what's up with you and your little boyfriend?
Subtle. Real subtle.
What? I'm just wondering.
Whatever. Anyway, it didn't work out, and it's for the better.
Oh, I agree.
And you?
Me what?
Whatever happened to you and your little drama?
That didn't go quite well.
Shocking.
Yeah, whatever. You up for some beer pong, though?
You want to get your ass handed to you?
In your dreams. Hey, y'all up for some beer pong?
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Bring it.
Hey, Amber, you up for some beer pong?
I'll watch.
Deal.
I am the King Kong of beer pong.
More like the ding dong of beer pong.
No, better yet. King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
Pure luck.
Ooh. All I can say is, scoreboard.
That was a lot of fun.
See, I told you.
Yeah, but I'm terrible at beer pong.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to the beer pong Olympics anytime soon, but you want another drink?
We just got done with beer pong.
And? Hey, Steve, Amber doesn't want to have another drink.
Say what? Danielle, Amber don't want another drink.
So what? She's her own person.
Man up, rookie. Huh?
Okay, huh?
So, do you play sports? You look pretty fit.
I avoid anything that requires hand-eye coordination, but as you know, I'm a runner.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you do when you're not defending our country? Do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, I like to golf and I like to fish. So, did you want to take a walk outside for a second, or?
It's too cold out there.
Is this soldier harassing you, specialist?
No, ma'am. Absolutely not, ma'am.
Well, I need to talk to her anyway.
And so how's it going?
I'm not sure.
What do you mean?
I don't know, man. She has this confused look on her face like she doesn't know what to make of me.
But you feeling it, right?
I don't know.
You don't know? Man, look, y'all need to have another drink.
That's what I said.
So what have y'all been talking about?
Our hobbies?
So did you tell her about your dog collection?
No, but I told her about your knitting needles.
You told her about that? It's on. It's
Whoa,
on.
whoa, 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 chill, chill. Come on now. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Look, you need a new hobby.
Oh, I got a new hobby.
What's that?
That ass.
Oh!
So what do you think?
What do I think about what?
About Ryan? Everybody loves Ryan, like the TV show.
He's sweet and all, but he's pretty drunk.
Boys will be boys. He's a good guy. We all been in the unit a while now, and come on, we just got back from the field.
Hey, do you want to head home soon?
What? Already? Okay, first off, there's no way I could drive home. And plus, you know, I'm talking to Steve.
Okay.
Okay, how about this? It's like midnight. I'm done drinking. As of now. Give me an hour and we'll head home. An hour, cool?
Okay, fine. How is it going with Steve? It's clear he likes you.
That fool.
What do you think?
He has some serious work to do. Okay, I gotta burn off some of this alcohol. All right, everyone! Midnight dance party!
You want to dance?
Sure.
So where you at? Is she feeling you?
Man, she is hot and fun. She's awesome.
That's what I'm talking about. You know time's winding down.
Yeah, what time is it?
1:30. Just so you know, I got extra room upstairs. The one where everybody put their coats in.
Ah, thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So what about you? Are you there?
Man, I'm Slick Mac Steve. You know where I'm at. I'm in route.
You're en route?
Yeah, she keep putting the brakes on me, and I just don't know what to do. So look, you got to do this for me. No. You got to do this for us. Okay? Just go forth. Danielle, what I got to do to earn your love?
Hey,
Hey,
what are you doing?
I just came upstairs to get my purse. We're taking off soon.
I wanted to apologize for earlier. I was a little over the top. I'm a little drunk.
Yeah,
It's been a long couple weeks.
no problem. I get it.
Can I call you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, as long as you're not,
Drunk? I get it. Hug it out?
Sure. I'll see you later, okay?
You are so beautiful.
Whatever.
No, not whatever. I mean, you are gorgeous, and you are so damn sexy.
Ryan, I gotta go.
But you can't go.
Ryan, stop.
You are so beautiful.
Ryan.
It's okay. Relax.
Danielle,
Yes, Steve?
remember AIT?
I do.
So?
I'll see you tomorrow, Steve.
Hey, what's up, man?
Nothing. What's up with you?
I gotta hit the road real quick.
What?
Yeah, I forgot. I've got CQ. I gotta get back to the barracks. Can I get my keys?
Negative, no can do.
That's cool, man. I'll walk.
Yo, that's like 5 miles.
It's all good, man. I'll run it. Thanks for the party.
That was weird.
I'm gonna go check on Amber. Amber, are you okay? Amber, what happened?
I don't know what happened. I came upstairs to get my purse, and he wouldn't let me leave the room. I gave him a kiss. He was too strong. I tried to get out, and he grabbed me so hard. He pushed me down on the bed. He was kissing me all over.
Amber.
I wanted to scream, but I couldn't. And all of a sudden, he forced himself inside of me. I couldn't breathe. And then he just started. I wanted to push, but I couldn't move. I couldn't move. And then it was over.
Amber. We have to tell someone.
No.
Then we gotta get you some help.
No, I don't want to talk about it. Just take me home.
Okay,
Take me home now.
okay,
Right now.
okay, okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to bring the characters back so that you can ask them questions. Would like for you to take a minute or two, turn to your neighbor, your left or right, and see what questions you have for these characters. So 1 to 2 minutes, go. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Just give me a second. Before we start the questions, I just want to have them introduce themselves to you. So we'll start right here.
I'm Ryan.
Steve,
Danielle.
Amber.
What questions do you have for these characters? Start right here.
The question that I have is, in this party, what was the ranks between them?
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and have them start off right here. What was your rank?
Sergeant.
Staff Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Specialist.
Did that answer your question?
The second question that I have is, why this sergeant, the staff sergeant, doesn't have the training to know that she doesn't supposed to be in a party with sergeants?
Which character would you like to ask that question? Right here? So that question is for you. Oh, the staff sergeant, I'm sorry.
and him too.
Oh, let's start with Ryan.
Well, I know Steve always, you know, throws great parties. He always invites everyone from the unit. I don't think he, you know, rank really matters. I mean, we're all together, you know, just looking to have a good time. That's.
In other words, you forgot your professional bearing.
Let's have Steve answer that question.
Like Ryan said, we just got back from the field, so we just trying to have a good time. That was it. We all close. We just trying to have a good time.
Answer your question. What other questions do we have?
Hi. First of all, I really don't see that rank is a major factor in this. This could have been a civilian party or just a company party or whatever, so I don't see rank as being a factor in the matter. But no one goes out with the intention of being sexually assaulted, so no one's really blaming the victim. But for Ryan and for Steve also, at what point did you realize that you were committing something wrong, and would you, Steve, have suspected that something like that could have happened or was going to happen?
So Ryan, let's have you answer that question first, which was, at what point did you recognize that it was that you're doing something wrong?
I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just, you know, having a good time with Amber, and, you know, one thing led to another and we hooked up, and, you know, we're both people. I don't see anything wrong with it.
I'm just gonna go ahead and Amber, I see you're having a reaction down there, and I just want to ask you, did you and Ryan hook up?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to clear that up. And then the question also went to Steve. At what point did you recognize that something, you know, was going wrong with your party?
Went wrong with what? I don't know. He's saying it's not a hookup. She's saying it isn't. I'm not understanding what's going on right now.
Okay, it seems that there's some confusion. Do you want to clarify for?
I just want to add something. Both of you are obviously, Steve and Ryan are both claiming that they're unaware of any wrongdoing that was going to happen or has happened. Would you attribute that to maybe being drunk, lack of training, or lack of experience, or of anything of that nature? You would attribute your lack of knowledge on what was happening?
Ryan?
I mean, we drank a lot last night, so all I did was hook up with Amber. I don't think anything went wrong.
Steve, can you answer that question?
I still don't know what's going on here.
All right, so it seems that there's some confusion for at least Steve about what's going on. Does anyone want to bring him up to speed? Anyone?
Yes, this is for Steve. You did a lot of things right at your party by taking away keys from personnel that were driving, so they wouldn't go out and have an accident or anything like that. But another thing you did that was kind of wrong is you were edging your buddy on to do something that he may have not done. Like, you need to do this for us, you need to do this for me, you know, which put him in a position where he was feeling peer pressure from you to make moves on the victim, Amber, there. And that's what I have to say about that.
Amber, how old are you?
Question was, Amber,
How old are
you?
I'm 22.
You're 22, okay. And Steve, you're a staff sergeant, right?
Yes.
So why you partying with your soldiers?
Because we just got back from the field. Just want everybody just to mellow out and just have a good time.
Okay, but is partying with your soldiers, isn't that gonna like compromise your authority and your leadership at work?
I don't think so. I mean, I throw parties all the time and everything be smooth.
And you always have your soldiers at your parties?
Yes.
You wrong, bro.
This is a question for Danielle. You know that you know about the sexual assault now. You know you have to report it.
That's not a question.
You
What's
know,
the question? Do I know?
yeah, you know that
I'm
you have to
not
report it now.
gonna force her if she doesn't want to. I don't want to force her to relive the experience. I want her to make the choice to go get help.
It's no longer a restricted report. It's unrestricted now.
I got this one.
For Ryan, if you said that y'all hooked up, why did you leave the party so quickly? Like, instead of staying, and you said you had CQ, why'd you run?
After Amber and I hooked up, she wasn't saying anything. She was just laying there. She was being quiet, and it just felt weird. And I just wanted to get out of there.
Question right over here.
My question is for Amber. So why do you not want to report what happened between you and Ryan?
Because I'm the new girl in the unit. He's the great NCO. Who's going to believe me?
All right, so to clear this up real quick, Amber, you did not consent to have sexual relations with Ryan.
No.
All right. So underneath that, Ryan committed the act of sexual battery. That's for you, Steve. Because no one cleared that up for you? Now you know. Got it?
I got it.
So, as a staff sergeant, and you know that, what is your obligation as a staff sergeant in the United States Army? What is the right thing for you to do?
The right thing to do is to check on Amber and see how she is and talk to Ryan and just get to the bottom of it. Just see what's really going on. I do all that reporting, all of that. That's after the fact. That's when I talk to Amber and see how she is.
Other questions? Have any other questions? Any questions for Amber? Does anyone have questions for Amber? A question for Amber in the back. Got another one over here.
Yes, Amber. My question is, when you first came to the party, I seen a distinct, not dislike for Ryan, but like you really wasn't into the drinking and you really wasn't into Ryan as a mate or whatever. Why didn't you just step back at that time and let him know from up front, hey, I'm not with this, I'm not with the drinking, I'm not with all this stuff, I don't do that?
Because I really wanted to have a good time. Daniel was there, and I mean, at the beginning he was nice. I like him, but none of this was supposed to happen. I'm so confused.
This question is, well, it's actually more of a statement for Steve and Danielle. The moment you noted that, let's say Amber stated that she was raped or sexually battered or whatever, you know you guys are required by regulation to report it at that time?
That's a good question. I'll have Steve answer that first.
I'm aware, yes.
Yeah.
Everyone hear him in the back? He said he was aware. And Danielle, same question for you.
I'm aware.
Another question right here.
Morning. All right, I got it. By regulation, yeah, we're supposed to do all this stuff. We got that. A lot of times at parties, that stuff doesn't happen. My question is to Danielle. When Amber first confided in what had happened, aside from her wanting to go home, what else did she say as far as keeping it between you, or she was going to tell someone, or what was the case with that?
You mean afterwards? What did she say? Like on the ride back
Like,
home
did
and
she
stuff?
tell you not to tell anyone, or did she
Yeah,
tell
she said
she was...
didn't want to talk about it, and she just wanted to go back. She didn't want to talk after that. Oh.
Okay. And at no time did you talk to any of the other two about what had happened? Okay, so that's why Steve is kind of out of the loop.
Yes.
Couple questions down here.
My question is for Danielle. When Amber first told you that she wasn't into drinking, why did you press the issue?
I just wanted her to have a good time, and I didn't expect anything like this ever.
Question in front.
This question is for Amber. Who was it that just asked her about stepping back and stuff like that? Can you please raise your hand for me? Amber, does a question like that, would that make you feel more responsible for what has happened to you and make you even less likely to report the incident?
Yes.
Can you explain a bit why?
Because I shouldn't have drank that much. I'm not used to drinking, and I don't know, maybe I shouldn't dress like the way I dress, or I don't know.
Question right up here.
This question's for Amber. If you don't like drinking or not used to it, why didn't you stand your ground? Tell Danielle, tell Ryan, hey, I'm done. Even if they called you, whatever they decided to call you, if they did.
I didn't want to look bad. I didn't want to look like a nerd or something. I just want to have a good time with Danielle and have fun and meet the people in the unit. That's all. And everyone was drinking.
So just because everyone else was doing it, you thought it would be okay, even though you didn't want to drink in the first place?
How you doing? My question is for Ryan. By you forcing her, not letting her leave the room, don't you think that was wrong? The start of something bad with her pushing you off?
I might have gotten out of hand.
And I have one more question for Steve. For you to see that a guy, him and Amber was talking about a battalion run that he fell out of. For him to come to you and tell you that, oh, I'm gonna let you keep my keys and I'm gonna run 5 miles back to the barracks. Doesn't that seem kind of strange? If I was you, would you want to check on Amber?
I mean, yeah, it was strange, but I mean, he really wanted to run 5 miles. I mean,
My question is for Ryan. Look at me, Ryan.
Get him, sir.
When the young lady said no and stop, what went through your mind? What do the words no and stop mean? What's your interpretation of no and stop?
I just thought she was just playing hard to get.
So you don't understand no means leave me alone, and stop means do not come any further. You didn't, those two words, they don't mean anything.
They do.
My question is for Staff Sergeant Steve. All of you are in the same unit, correct?
Yes.
Are any of these soldiers up here, do they belong to you?
Negative.
Now I have a question. What do or how do you address each other at work? By your first name?
No.
So why is it okay when you're off duty?
Because it was my house.
No, that's the problem, okay? Check it out. The way you conduct yourself on duty, it applies off duty. So from the jump, everything was wrong. You had a disregard for discipline, and there was a lack of military bearing. No soldier should address an NCO by his or her first name. Okay, so right there, that's where you were wrong. And from there, everything else was wrong. So fix yourself. Who?
All right, so a lot of really great questions for the characters up here. And I know there was a couple hands that were still up there, but we'll go ahead and carry that into the conversation that we're about to have in just a minute. At this time, after witnessing the scene unfold, asking the questions, I just want to ask. I want to ask the characters what's going on, what's next for them, and what are they going to do. And I'm going to start with Danielle. So after everything you've heard, Danielle, what are you going to do next?
I'm gonna go try to convince Amber to go to a hospital.
Okay. Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Same question. Steve, you've heard what they've said. You've heard what's come up. What are you going to do next?
First and foremost, just talk to Amber. Make sure she's okay. And then I got to report it. I got to send it up.
Okay. Same question for you, Ryan.
I want to try and talk to Amber and just get everything sorted out. But if I got out of hand last night, then I don't know what's going to happen next for me.
Amber, I just want to clarify something for everyone. Do you want to talk to Ryan about this?
No, I don't have nothing else to talk to Ryan.
Okay, just wanted to be clear about that. And then after everything, what is the next step for you? What are you going to do?
Maybe I can talk to Danielle and get some help.
Okay. Get some help?
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and take these characters out of role, these actors, and take these actors out of role. And the way that we do that is with a round of applause. So please. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves, but I just have to put, for security and safety reasons, for this gentleman right here that played Ryan. He is about as far from Ryan as you can possibly get. Totally other end of the spectrum. So please, if you see him, anywhere, commissary, PX, don't beat him up. No physical violence. Just want to make sure that's clear. So I'm going to go ahead and let you introduce yourself.
I'm Specialist Randall. I'm a 68 Echo with the 257th DCAS.
Specialist Campbell, 42 Alpha, HAC 44th Med.
PFC Taylor, I'm a 68 Whiskey with 261st.
I'm PSC Viana, 68 Tango with 248.
At the beginning I said R2IT is comprised of quite a few soldiers, and not all of the soldiers get to come up on stage or do the training in this manner. But they're all involved in doing the research and development, writing questions for the characters, and so on. So I just want to take a second to recognize them and their work so that we can bring the best possible training to you. So if we could give them a round, I'd appreciate it. All right, we're going to go right into the last bit, and that is the conversation. So once again, I'm going to ask you to turn your neighbors left and right and discuss what came up for you, what issues, what thoughts. I know there was a few other questions that we didn't get to about this particular topic, about sexual assault. So again, 1 to 2 minutes, go. All right, let's go ahead and bring the focus back up to the front. Had opportunity to talk about what you've seen, what comments you have, what perspectives, what came up for you watching the training on sexual assault. Once again, I appreciate your patience. We're gonna do the microphone thing. So if you have a comment, just go ahead and raise your hand. Give us a second, and we'll get the mic over to you, and that we'll do it like that. So I think we had people already had their hand up.
Staff Sergeant Edmonds. I'd just like to make a general comment. You know, it's like when you have a party, especially you being a senior, let's forget the fact of that it was, you know, fraternization and stuff like that. But I think that it was ultimately, if you got a party and you're in charge of that party, you shouldn't be indulging in any of the alcohol. You should be basically managing whoever's attending your party. So that way, if a situation like this does arise, that you can manage it, you can nip it in the butt.
So that's a great point, and that kind of brings up something that someone said in the front about professionalism. I mean, he was responsible for what happened at his house, and he was the most senior person there, and he just didn't do any of the things that he should have done, minus maybe taking the keys away from, you know, Ryan at the beginning, to make sure that it was an environment that, you know, people could have I don't know, enjoyed themselves at. So total disregard for that, and it ended up in something very bad happening. So thank you for that point. I think someone had their hand.
Yeah, my comment about the skit there was, if nobody reported anything, if you got that little buddy system that's going on, like you said, with the question mark at the end, if nobody reported anything, what was the chances that Ryan would get comfortable in himself and do that same thing again? You know, so that's what I have.
That's a great point. Does anyone want to speak to that? What are the chances that something like this could happen again? Anyone want to comment on that? Got a comment right over here.
Well, like you said, if you don't nip it in the bud, it's not gonna stop. You know, if something's not handled properly, it's gonna keep happening. Period. End of story. And I don't know if it's just me, but there's only 4 people, 3 of them NCOs, that especially shouldn't even have been there in the first place. That's just my personal opinion. And especially the fact that they went together, they should have not separated. Because when you separate, that's when things happen. You're there for a reason.
Thank you for that. Got someone right over here.
A lot of this could have been prevented in the beginning, as soon as it started, and that one person started drinking who's not even comfortable drinking. They said, I don't feel comfortable. I want to leave. That's what we trained from basic training all the way, even NCOs training soldiers every, like just about every day or every weekend, battle buddy teams. You don't feel comfortable? All right, let's go. You know, get your head out of your 4-point of contact when it comes to you want to think about yourself, think about your battle.
Appreciate that, Sergeant. There was a few words in there that I just want to key on. I heard prevention, and then also heard battle buddy. What was the name of the scene? It was battle buddy, right, with the question mark. So did we have a good battle buddy? No. Absolutely not. So it starts right there with with not so much bystanders, but with people that we have in our formations to our left and our right that, you know, we think have our back. But, you know, at the beginning, Danielle told Amber right there at the first drink, I got you. I got you. So taking care of the person to your left and your right, taking care of your battle buddy is essential. And to the prevention piece, there's such a thing as prevention versus risk reduction. And there was a lot of things that could have gone differently as far as reducing the risk that Amber was going to be assaulted. So could she have drank less? That's a potential. Could Danielle have paid more attention to where Amber was? Yes. Absolutely. Could Steve been in better control of what was happening at his house? Okay, so all of those people had a hand in not reducing the risk of the assault happening. So that's the difference. They could have reduced the risk. They could have done different things to make sure that risk was ultimately reduced. But who's the only one person in this entire cast that could have prevented that assault from happening? Absolutely. Okay, because of his choice, the choice that he made to assault Amber had sex with her without consent, he made a choice to assault. So he could have prevented that assault. All this other plans, reducing, being a better battle buddy, that's all reduction in risk. And so we just need to be mindful of where the choice lay, and it was with Ryan who made the choice to assault. And that's just the difference I want to make of risk reduction versus prevention. So thank you for that point. Got someone, we have someone over here, and then we'll come right back to you.
I just want to say rank has nothing to do with it. It's more of a moral obligation to stop it or reduce the risk.
Okay. That's a great point. Please.
All right. A little bit of something that's bothering me throughout the whole entire thing is people are trying to take rank out of it, trying to take position out of it. You're a soldier 24/7. On the installation, off the installation. I don't care if you go to the furthest ends of the earth, you're still bound to the rules and regulations of the Army until you're out of it. So stop saying, oh, it was a civilian party and this. That doesn't go. I don't care where the party was at. You can't choose to, at certain times, take your rank off, take your leadership role or supervisory role off. You're a soldier until you get out of the Army. And you're bound and governed to the rules and regulations of this institution. So please don't get up and anyone else say, oh, I don't think rank played a role in it. I think it played a very large role in it. I don't think anyone in here was using any of the Army values either. Hope?
I'm not gonna say anything different to that. But absolutely professionalism, and then the value, the rank structure that was going on here, the NCOs that were drinking with the junior enlisted soldiers, and then we had the supervisor. We had the supervisor of the soldier there, pushing drinks down her throat. And I mean, does this situation occur, or are we in fantasy land? This actually happens, right? All the time. It happens all the time, exactly. And that is the issue. That is why we're here today, demonstrating how wrong this is and what it can lead to, because it continues to happen, because sexual assault is a huge problem inside the military. And it starts, with that first line supervisor that was supposed to be taking care, the battle buddy for that soldier, and it just didn't happen. Next. Got a comment right up here.
Morning. I understand we're all soldiers. We have Army values, and as leaders, we should be training. We do sharp training and all kinds of training all the time. That's something that should happen, and we should know. The whole battle buddy system thing you were talking about, teaching our soldiers how to be good battle buddies and not bad battle buddies. But one main thing that got me when all this was said and done was how many people were asking the questions on why did you not do this or why did you not do that. In my eyes, it was after the fact that it already occurred. So asking why did you drink so much or why didn't you do this, and no one really asked the victim how she was feeling or what was going through her mind, because that's how it came out to me. You can't really change the past, but we do all the training and everything, but when something does happen, we have to react to the victim and how that person is and what state of mind at the point in time, because there's nothing that you can do to change what had happened except try to resolve it.
That's a excellent point. And you know, there was a few questions that came up that asked Amber, well, why didn't you do this differently? Or, you know, you kissed him, you know, did you lead him on? So that being said, you know, if she drank, if she wore whatever kind of clothing, does that mean that she came into that party wanting to be assaulted? No. Absolutely not. So that doesn't give anyone the choice or the right to go ahead and do that to her. And what happens is if we start to focus on this person in that way, ask her questions. Why'd you drink so much? You know, why were you wearing that? What were you doing at a party? There's NCOs there, right? So what we're doing is taking the blame off of the violator, of the assaulter, and we're putting it right back on the victim. And someone brought up earlier, I can't remember who, during the question and answer period, was after they asked you these questions, does that make you less you know, want to come forth and get help or talk to somebody about it? And the answer is absolutely yes, because once this survivor starts to get blamed for that assault, then she's going to shut down. She's not going to want to talk about it. She's not going to want to report it. And then who's going to go free? Right? And we said, does this person exist in our formation? Yep. Yeah, he does. And this person too, and that person too. And when we victim blame, we take the focus off of helping them get the services and the help that they need, and we allow these people to continue to be in our ranks and possibly do it again. So thank you for that point. We have, we'll go right here and then up in the front.
First thing I'd like to say, I do agree with Master Sergeant back there that rank and responsibility does go with us wherever we go. And for this scenario, yes, it was a factor, all military. However, going home, it could have easily been Amber's at home with her friends and her family or whatnot, and something like that happened. The point is that we get too caught up in the military regulations and what we should and shouldn't do to focus on what is really happening at times. And in the civilian world, we wouldn't have a Steve to be, why did you let this happen? Why did you do this? We'd only have the victim. And that would only lead to more rules and regulations. Rules and regulations, they're good, but they don't prevent attacks. The only thing that stops attacks is how bad Ryan does not want to attack someone. And it is in my own opinion from observing that the SHARP program, it's a good program, but it more focuses on how not to assault, how not to be perceived as being assaulted, and how to report versus educating more on how to prevent and reduce your own personal risks of being a potential victim.
Okay, thank you for that. I'll let you hold on to that for a second. Just something that I want to speak to about that is what are some of the people that we can talk to that we can get education from to try and reduce the risk of any of this happening? Where does this start with? We have them in the room. It starts with the SHARP program. So they are there for us, right? They're there for them after it happens. They're there throughout the entire process. And if you don't necessarily like a particular sharp, there's other sharps that you can go to, other sharps that you can speak to, someone that you can let know of a situation. It doesn't have to be necessarily after the fact, but get the information from the sharp so that you can be better equipped to prevent, to help reduce the risk of this happening. And they have that information for you. So I just wanted to clear that up. And then you're talking about different factors, I think you mentioned. And I just want to point out, what was the main factor in this entire skit that we've kind of touched on but really haven't talked about it?
Alcohol table.
That table, right? That table over here, the prop table, the alcohol. Alcohol was the key factor in this entire skit, okay? The first drink that she had, them drinking, her drinking, it all added up to what? It all added up into this sexual assault. And why did that help add up to the sexual assault? Because everyone had been drinking. What cannot be given? Consent. Once she started drinking, once he was drinking, could anyone, could she, even if she said yes, could they have had consensual sex? No. So it's assault. Everyone needs to get that. If there's a question involved with alcohol, Amber and Ryan, she can't give consent. He can't gain it, right? And her not fighting, not kicking, not screaming, not pulling out a knife or anything, trying to resist her attacker, that does not give consent. Failure to resist does not indicate consent. Okay, that's something else that we need to be aware of. And that normally goes towards victim blaming, because people say, well, why didn't you do this? Well, why didn't you do that? You're fit. You could have ran out of there. You could have done something. So we need to be aware of that as well. You got a point.
Yeah, I just, as far as with Amber, you said alcohol was like the main factor, but I mean, whether she had 5 drinks of vodka, 5 cups of apple juice, situation could have still been the same. I mean, she could have had no alcohol at all. If she was in the room and Ryan wanted to be persistent, I mean, it could have still happened. I mean, that's all I wanted to point out. I mean, alcohol was, in this scenario, alcohol was involved, but it could also have been no alcohol, and it could have went down the same way.
And it just depending on his
Right.
choice, right?
Yes,
His
sir.
choice to do that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else have a comment? So anyone else have their hand up? We have talked about quite a few things today, the question, answer, the scenes. There's something that I just want to touch on, and that's the role of reporting. I know it's been mentioned, it got brought up during the Q&A about her obligation to report. What are the differences between the restricted and the unrestricted report? Do we know the differences? Do we know what that entails? Wow. Anyone? I'm gonna go ahead and take that one. Okay? Right? So this person in her chain of command, correct? All right. Amber tells her first line supervisor, what does Danielle have to do? Report, okay? She has an obligation to report. What kind of report is that going to be? Unrestricted report, all right? Now let's say that Amber tells her friend, her civilian friend, about the incident, okay? And she still wants to get some kind of help. What can she do? She can go to the hospital. There's different resources. She can go to the hospital. She can go to the emergency room. She can file she can file a restricted report. So she'll be granted all the medical care, counseling. She'll be eligible for all that. And that gives her the option of up to a year, she can change that restricted report into an unrestricted report. Okay, so she's still entitled to all of the help that she needs to get through that time period, but it doesn't have to involve the chain of command necessarily. So that's just something that we all need to be aware of and know. Did anyone else have any other comments before? Okay, so we have had a chance to watch a scene unfold, had a chance to ask them questions about what they did, what they would do differently. We talked about alcohol, we talked about consent, we talked about reporting options, we talked about victim blaming, a lot of information. I don't want whatever we talked about here just to end right here. I'm not going to go into your unit. The only people that can affect the change that needs to happen, because someone said it in the front, this happens all the time. That's why we're here, because this happens all the time. So who is going to change it? Who's going to change it? You have to change it, right? Within your formation, because unfortunately, this guy, and her, they exist within our formations, and the only way that we're going to change that is if you change it within your formations. So I just want to say thank you. You've been a great audience. I appreciate your participation. So please give yourselves a round of applause.